It means a lot, really love the group that we have, the seniors that we have on the team. It just means a lot that we all get to spend one more week together. And, uh, the second half this past Saturday, that's what we talked about, fighting for an extra week with our brothers. So, I think it's great that we get to have a home playoff game here at Youngstown. I got here last season, we didn't make the playoffs, so it's going to be fun seeing Youngstown, during the home playoff game. So it should be exciting.
Now that you've had a couple days at least, yeah, a couple days to kind of learn about Yale, what do you see from them?
I think they're a really good team. I think they play hard. They're disciplined, but I think they're just a really talented team, and I think they're going to come in here and give us their best shot, and we're going to have ours ready for them too. So
But their quarterback played in the SEC, South Carolina, and then transferred over to that. So what have you seen from him?
I think he's a talented quarterback. I think they got great receivers, good O line. I've seen him, make some good passes. Obviously, he brought him this far, so he's going to be talented. But I think we're going to have some stuff ready for him. But it should be an exciting matchup. But he's a good quarterback.
It's only been a few days, but just coming off of that game over in Northern Iowa, from a defensive standpoint, you know, how's the defensive side of the ball kind of approached going into this game?
Approach it how we do every week. This is a big opportunity. We obviously want to put together four quarters, which I feel like we haven't done a whole lot this year. We've had halves, three quarters, but after an experience like last week, I think we're just focused on playing four quarters of football. So I'm excited to see how we do.
So you come off that win, and now everyone is kind of 0-0. Is that the approach?
Yeah, 0-0 every week. Faceless opponents. It doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter who we matched up against. 0-0. Like I said earlier, just fighting for an extra week with your teammates and your brothers.
Same thing I asked Jaden just about the conferences, the NBUFC versus the Ivy League. Your league has a reputation, nationwide. Is there a style of play or a reputation that comes with facing a team from the Ivy League versus yours?
Dayton Hickey, he's my roommate. He came from Yale. He's told me a lot about the history. I mean, that's a tough conference too. Granted, they only play like 10 games. They don't get a whole lot of out of conference, but that's a historic league that plays physical. They play hard, and I feel like that's the same way with the Missouri Valley. I think we play one of the best conference in the nation. So we've been tested week in and week out. I think it's just a tough physical conference, and I think the Ivy League's the same way. So I'm excited for this matchup.
I know you said that you face this opponents, you take it one game at a time. But is there a little extra juice when you get to play a team that you don't really come across?
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely excited about it. This is going to be a great opportunity. Obviously, like you said, first time I think in the school's history we played Yale. People have been saying it's the battle of the Wise, so I think it's going to be entertaining matchup for sure.
What about them only playing 10 games and you guys play two extra? Does that come into play at all?
I mean, no, they probably missed those kind of at the start of the year. As I said, they just came off of being their rivals, so 10 games to 12 games, it's not a big difference. They just finished up their season, had a big win, so I think it's all the same. So.